After that, I was angry and wanted to blame a lot of people for my failure. But it actually led to one of the most enjoyable times of my career.
Daniel Bryan's forced to go to anger management with that man.
No! I formed an unlikely partnership with Kane.
Shut your mouth right now.
The devil's favorite demon is nothing without the world's toughest vegan. No! 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 No!
Kane is one of my favorite people. We almost have the same sense of humor.
Daniel Bryan and Kane hugging out tonight. This is the most awkward and weird thing I've ever seen. There we go. Yes, they hugged it out. Anger management, I believe, has been a success.
We just had a lot of fun.
We watch each other's back. Team Hell No style.
We had our first shot at the Tag Team Championships when we faced Kofi Kingston and R-Truth at Night of Champions in 2012.
We're in Boston in a building where many great champions have been crowned, and right now, the tag team titles are on the line. The champions, Kofi Kingston and R-Truth against the unlikely team of Daniel Bryan and Kane.
Talk about an odd couple, Michael. With everything we've seen from Bryan and Kane in the past few weeks, I gotta wonder if Dr. Shelby's anger management therapy can turn these two into a cohesive unit.
What do you know about therapists, Saxton? They've been thrusted into this position while the champions have been centered around their teamwork for the past 5 months. Kane and Bryan only have anger management in common. I wouldn't call that a building block towards tag team titles.
Oh my goodness, this hurts. Oh!
You gotta believe this one's over.
So agile. Kane has held 11 tag team titles in his career.
Yeah, there's a chance for 12, but Daniel Bryan's going to have to help. Leading up to this match, a lot of praise was thrown on Kofi and R-Truth. Kofi being a 3-time Intercontinental Champion and both having time as United States Champion. Well, Daniel Bryan has his accolades as well.
Of course, Daniel Bryan won the United States Championship at this same pay-per-view 2 years ago against The Miz. He also went on to win a Money in the Bank and become a World Heavyweight Champion.
Ooh, nice Russian leg sweep. Bringing up Daniel Bryan's time as World Heavyweight Champion, he did lose that title in only 18 seconds to Sheamus at WrestleMania.
Why? Why do you have to go and bring that up, Saxton? You know Daniel's in a fragile state right now, and you bring up a moment where he was caught off guard and hit by a now outlawed bro kick.
In position for a power bomb.
And that's not a good place to be, Cole.
Continuing to carry the opposition.
And you have to wonder what the next move will be here.
Can we address R-Truth and Little Jimmy, please? If anyone needs Dr. Shelby, it's R-Truth. The guy's seeing things. He's holding ropes to let an imaginary person into the ring. Forget Daniel Bryan and Kane. Someone please help R-Truth.
I think R-Truth is doing just fine. This week, WWE.com had a pictorial about Little Jimmy's family. Portraits like Little Jimmy and a birthday party hat. Pretty fabulous.
Cole, I was reaching out to get R-Truth help for his imaginary delusion, but you're here enabling self-destructive behavior. We know what having imaginary friends well into adulthood can do to a person. We've seen what it's done to Saxton.
Well, I would have to refute that, okay? I'm a well-adjusted adult gentleman with many real-world friends, too. Thank you very much. Torturous knee.
Boom, right across the small of the back. We've been seeing Daniel and Kane in therapy for weeks now. It's not anger management that these two need. What they need is respect from the WWE Universe. These yes chants fans do.
Look out! Oh, lie detector!
Hey, Byron, what's up?
Wow, I'm just as surprised as you guys are.
That is exactly what R-Truth was waiting for.
You know, Corey, I see Daniel's issues with the yes chant, but I don't have a problem with it. I mean, even in Montreal, where we were for Raw this past week, the crowd chants, "We, we, we." So these yes chants are becoming bilingual.
Oh, very cute, Cole. Daniel Bryan's just a few feet away, and you're doing that. You should see if your friend Dr. Shelby does sensitivity training as well, because you need it.
What a punch!
And Kane manages to reverse out of that one.
Knocked off his feet.
Now that's a takedown.
You know, Byron, Kane and Daniel Bryan almost accidentally stumbled into this title opportunity when they defeated the prime-time players on last week's Raw.
I can tell you it was no accident when Kane delivered a hateful choke slam on Bryan. It just so happened that Daniel landed on their opponent long enough to gain the pinfall. I can't foresee that being the outcome against the champions, though.
Hammerlock applied. Oh, no, no. Uh-oh. Oh, it's going to break their arm.
Oh, man. Gosh, why?
What a stomp.
Good grief.
Guys, when the WWE Universe has the power on Monday Night Raw, they can be really nutty. Case in point, a few weeks ago, the WWE Universe voted on social media that Daniel Bryan and Kane got the shoulders down. And there's a kick out at one.
Might have slipped there, Cole. Head scissors applied. And, oh, look at this.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope.
The end may be near. What you gotta do to maintain the advantage?
This is all but over.
His shoulders are down. And he stops the count.
Suplex.
Daniel, look at this. And he kicks out.
Yeah, the truth is, he's too good to go out with a move like that.
Here it comes. He's got him.
The yes lock is in.
Wow.
The yes lock is in.
Unreal. Oh, going for it. Going for it.
The no lock is in.
Just when you thought he had nothing left.
Looking for all the glory here. Oh, how resilient was that?
How'd he do that?
We touched on how much is going through Daniel Bryan's head right now. Again, this all started when Daniel Bryan thought the fans were embracing him. And then when he realized they were actually humiliating him by repeating his yes chant, Daniel Bryan just snapped.
That's one of the reasons he seemingly has gone off the deep end as of late. And as a result, the Raw general manager forced Daniel Bryan to attend anger management therapy.
When this guy's on, look out.
And no luck against Kane there. So, Michael, let me ask you, did Daniel Bryan's anger management issues begin way back in April at WrestleMania, when Bryan, who was World Heavyweight Champion at the time, lost his title to Sheamus in a record 18 seconds? It's been haunting Daniel Bryan for months.
Yes, it did. Listen, Daniel Bryan confessed that WrestleMania was the most embarrassing moment of his whole life, and that's including the time his fiancée left him at the altar. Come to think of it, that was this year, too. I can't blame Daniel for feeling some stress. He's going for the pin. One. What is keeping this competitor going?
Gonna take more than that. He can crank it up whenever the mood strikes him.
Oh, the inverted Russian leg sweep.
Face first. Legend Kane with a vice-like grip on his opponent's skull. Can he finish him off here?
You know, I have to say, I have seen some progress in Kane and Daniel Bryan's anger management. I don't think they are all the way there, but there's been definite progress.
I see it too, Michael. We don't see Daniel screaming in the face of fans anymore. He's keeping his composure pretty well. And Kane, well, Kane is still Kane. There is some deep-rooted trouble within that monster. In comparing Daniel Bryan and Kane's progress in therapy, I think there are two different...
Kane, oh boy. Choke slam straight to hell.
That should do it right there. 2! And he got a near fall out of it.
It's going to take a lot more than that to keep R-Truth down.
Tagged in.
Ever since Kofi and R-Truth became allies, they've been on a tear in WWE. They know how to work together as a tag team. Then on the other side of the ring, judging from the last few weeks, Kane and Daniel Bryan are far from being on the same page.
Same page? Daniel and Kane aren't even reading the same book. Whereas Kofi and Truth, they're finishing each other's sentences.
He's got him covered. And he breaks up the pinfall. We talk about being on the same page, and Truth and Kofi certainly are. But what do you think Kane and Daniel Bryan shared? It's going for the cover.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Never say die attitude out of him.
There is no quit in this man tonight.
This is going to be big, one way or another.
He wants it one more time.
What height. Here's his moment, Michael.
He goes for the cover. I need to say, guys, if Daniel Bryan and Kane can work together and win here tonight, Dr. Shelby deserves a Nobel Peace Prize.
Well, I hate to burst your bubble, Cole, but I have it on good authority that Dr. Shelby isn't even a certified therapist. My sources on the health board say he dropped out of medical school to...
Wow, I thought he was a goner.
He's making a statement here with this attack. And Kofi's having some fun now.
That's what's up.
R-Truth back in control here. That might have broken a bone.
Boom, what impact. Ooh, what an uppercut. Maybe the WWE Universe is still getting into the head of Daniel Bryan here.
Ever since Kofi and R-Truth became allies, they've been on a tear in WWE. They know how to work together as a tag team. Then on the other side of the ring, judging from the last few weeks, Kane and Daniel Bryan are far from being...
There it is. The tag has been made.
Oh, he needed that in the worst way, Michael.
Kofi Kingston is in position.
Trouble in paradise! There is no coming back from that one.
And Kofi Kingston might have just secured the victory.
There's the cover. Can he do it?
What a tag team display.
I can't remember a tag team match in recent memory that was even close to as good as that one was.
Here are your winners, and still WWE Tag Team Champions, Kofi Kingston and R-Truth.
This might be it.
Oh, my.
We're in Boston in a building where many great champions have been crowned, and right now, the tag team titles are on the line. The champions, Kofi Kingston and R-Truth against the unlikely team of Daniel Bryan and Kane.
Talk about an odd couple, Michael. With everything we've seen from Bryan and Kane in the past few weeks, I gotta wonder if Dr. Shelby's anger management therapy can turn these two into a cohesive unit.
What do you know about therapists, Saxton? They've been thrusted into this position while the champions have been centered around their teamwork for the past 5 months. Kane and Bryan only have anger management in common. I wouldn't call that a building block towards tag team titles.
Stump puller leg snap.
That's gonna hurt. Tear your hamstring.
Oh, right to the kidneys.
Golly.
Now the old vicious head crank.
Look at the torque. Leading up to this match, a lot of praise was thrown on Kofi and R-Truth. Kofi being a 3-time Intercontinental Champion and both having time as United States Champion. Well, Daniel Bryan has his accolades as well.
Of course, Daniel Bryan won the United States Championship at this same pay-per-view 2 years ago against The Miz. He also went on to win a Money in the Bank and become a World Heavyweight Champion.
Bringing up Daniel Bryan's time as World Heavyweight Champion, he did lose that title in only 18 seconds to Sheamus at WrestleMania.
Why? Why do you have to go and bring that up, Saxton? You know Daniel's in a fragile state right now, and you bring up a moment where he was caught off guard and hit by a now outlawed Brogue Kick.
Oh my, Kofi Kingston is in position. What a splash!
That should do it. That might be the end of Kane tonight.
They can't walk after that attack to the back.
So, Michael, let me ask you, did Daniel Bryan's anger management issues begin way back in April at WrestleMania? Where Bryan, who was World Heavyweight Champion at the time, lost his title to Sheamus in a record 18 seconds? It's been haunting Daniel Bryan for months.
Yes, it did. Listen, Daniel Bryan confessed that WrestleMania was the most embarrassing moment of his whole life, and that's including the time his fiancée left him at the altar. Come to think of it, that was this year, too. I can't blame Daniel for feeling some stress. Set side Russian leg sweep.
Oh, perfect form.
Drop kick. Set right leg sweep.
Nicely done.
We've been seeing Daniel and Kane in therapy for weeks now. It's not anger management that these two need. What they need is respect from the WWE Universe. These Yes Chance fans do are an absolute mockery to Daniel Bryan. I don't blame him one bit for being angry. Uh-oh. What a hurricane!
What a stomp.
Good grief.
Neck breaker. He's looking.
You gotta believe this one's over. Wow, Kane is getting absolutely pummeled. Oh, man, what a splash. But he's running on fumes here. Does he have enough left in him to capitalize?
And if you thought the first one was brutal,
continuing to punish them. He has him right where he wants him.
great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
Oh, no.
With a 180, Kofi Kingston, the reversal. In comes R-Truth.
Dropped from above.
And this is all part of Kofi Kingston's strategy.
Not today. This can't be legal.
Totally ruthless, but effective. He's a spinning ball of energy. Ouch.
I don't like the look in his eye here, folks.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron. R-Truth is speaking truth to power right now.
What a stomp.
Good grief. And no luck against Kane there.
Here we go. Inverted DDT. Spiked.
Oh, well, if you're a believer in anger management therapy, then Dr. Shelby has done a great job with Kane and Daniel Bryan.
Well, what if I'm not a believer in anger management therapy? Mind you, therapy from some quack doctor that I'm pretty sure was certified on the internet. If it
that's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys. Boom! Woo-wee! And no luck against Kane there.
He can crank it up whenever the mood strikes him.
Look at this.
Oh, from the rope. Here comes.
Whoa! Lie detector.
Hey, Byron, what's up?
Wow, Kane is getting absolutely pummeled.
Inverted DDT. R-Truth has him in his sights.
Wow, I thought he was a goner. And no luck against Kane there.
Showing off some of his speed there. What a clothesline! Ouch!
Oh, hanging on for dear life.
Oh, alley-oop powerbomb!
That might be it.
Uh-oh, look at this.
Nelson applied.
Goodness, that hurt the shoulder. He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Oh, the reversal by R-Truth.
Oh, clothesline. Look out, he's almost there. And he tags his partner in.
Momentum has certainly shifted here, Michael.
Beautiful technique. I think I hear R-Truth calling out for help from little Jimmy. Maybe Truth should ask Kofi first.
Look at this. When this guy's on, look out. Going to the top. High risk. Oh, damage to the body. R-Truth with a nice reversal. And that one grounds him.
I didn't realize he had such a glass jaw.
Avoids trouble there.
He's making a statement here with this attack.
What a strike. Oh, looking for the pump handle. Look at that power, Byron.
Man, that is just careless intent.
He might have it. Oh, and he releases the hold.
Wow. Part of me thought that was it, Cole.
Oh, the yes lock is cinched in.
Is he gonna?
Oh, going for it. Going for it.
The no lock is in.
I don't like how this is looking for R-Truth.
Now that's an impressive tag team victory.
These guys were awesome. Let's take another look.
I don't like to throw around a lot of praise, but my eyes tell me that might have been one of the great matches in recent WWE history. That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance.
Here are your winners, and the new WWE Tag Team Champions, Kane and Daniel Bryan. Team Hell No.
Took on some damage there, but was still able to pick up the win.
It's performances like the one we just saw from these guys that makes tag team wrestling so exciting.
I think Boston is stunned by the outcome here, guys.
Team Hell No had a great run, but like most tag teams, Kane and I eventually went our separate ways, and I returned to pursuing my goal of winning singles titles.
I need to win the WWE Championship.
It was around this time I had a series of matches with Randy Orton that would have a much greater effect on my career than I could ever imagine. I put a lot of pressure on myself during this because Randy was really the first real top guy that I had a rivalry with. If I could do well with Randy, that puts you even to another level. I felt I had a lot to prove, which led to some very hard-hitting and physical contests. I got pretty banged up, but I was determined to fight through it and not let it slow me down. So much so that I went on to face Randy Orton in a street fight rematch on Raw.
A sold-out Raw here in Charleston, South Carolina. Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton started the night with a double disqualification, but they will settle things in the main event with a street fight.
Randy Orton called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Kane called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Bryan is here to prove that he is not a weak link.
Tall order as he faces 9-time WWE champion Randy Orton. Taking out the arm, great strategy.
Now back to the ring.
That'll mess up the back of your neck. Hammerlock applied. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh. It's going to break an arm. What a stomp.
Good grief.
A street fight is apropos for Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, seen as both men will take part in a Money in the Bank ladder match in 3 weeks' time.
All the weapons we'll see Bryan and Orton sling tonight.
Uh-oh, forearm's gonna cut off the wind.
He lets it go. Yeah, I wonder why.
You two brought up the upcoming Money in the Bank match. Don't forget that Kane's in that match, too. I wonder if Bryan's going to be able to stay sane with so many agitating factors in play in that match.
I think Daniel Bryan will thrive, actually. He's won Money in the Bank more recently than Kane, and Randy Orton still hasn't won Money in the Bank after multiple attempts.
Putting it all on the line. He misses the dive.
And unfortunately for him, there was no water in the pool.
We're seeing two favorites of the WWE Universe battle it out here, and it's fitting that the WWE Universe voted for this to be a street fight.
The hashtags have been trending all night on social media, but the people picked a street fight over a Falls Count Anywhere and a lumberjack match. I normally disagree with the people, but they made a good call here tonight.
Orton's starting to falter a bit, and you can tell it's starting to frustrate the Viper.
A street fight should be Orton's forte, but he's facing an extremely motivated Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan has a major task ahead of him tonight. He's got to beat a man with just about every accolade on his resume in the form of Randy Orton.
Yeah, Corey, you're not kidding. Orton has held the Intercontinental Championship, the Tag Team Championship, he's won the Royal Rumble, and has been WWE Champion 9 times.
We compared Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan's accolades before, and Daniel Bryan has a decent resume too, as he's won Money in the Bank and has held the U.S. title, tag team titles, and the world title 1 time each.
That's just it, Cole. Bryan's had a taste of success. Orton's been feasting on it forever.
This rivalry between Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton has been simmering for weeks and looks to violently explode during this street fight.
Bryan has been determined to show he can beat Orton. Last week on Raw, Randy Orton won the match via ref stoppage when Bryan injured his arm. Bryan got a count-out win 4 days later on SmackDown, but he wants a definitive win over the Viper here tonight.
He's in trouble. We recounted Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton's matches as of late.
The yes lock is in.
Wow.
The yes lock is in.
Unreal.
Oh, what a crossface.
This one is over.
Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan are both as tough as they come, and this is a matter of pride between both men. These are two guys you don't want to lose, especially to each other.
Look, we did see things get heated earlier tonight, but I think there's still a level of respect here. Neither is going to cheat to defeat the other. It's all about proving that you are the best.
Saxton, you were blathering about these guys being respectful, and I got to dispute you. Orton's done some despicable things to get ahead, and Bryan certainly wasn't respectful when he cashed in Money in the Bank on the Big Show. You do what you can to get ahead in this industry.
Corey, that's all in the past. The WWE Universe loves both these guys because they're all about competition, not cheating. And Randy Orton just slips out of harm's way.
Oh, Corey, he unloaded there.
We saw Team Hell No dissolve last week on Raw as both Kane and Daniel Bryan turned their sights towards the WWE Championship.
Step one in that process is beating Randy Orton. Defeating a guy of Orton's stature puts you near the front of the line for title opportunities. Lariat!
He may not like being called a weak link, but these attacks have to be weakening Daniel Bryan.
Well, if this keeps up, the GOAT may be soon led to slaughter.
Going back to Kane and Daniel Bryan's breakup, it seemed cordial, but their paths could easily cross again if one of them attains the WWE Championship.
Yeah,
he's got the shoulders down. I wouldn't have been surprised if that was it. Wow.
Wow, what a display of heart and determination.
Randy Orton has had rage issues, and Daniel Bryan is no stranger to anger management. Who has the advantage in a twisted match like this?
There's a world of difference between how Bryan and Orton process their anger. Orton's turned it into a Hall of Fame career. Bryan suffered some of his worst losses due to his mental issues.
The quick reversal there by Randy Orton. Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy. Ring rattling. He wants no part of the outside. He's got him covered. Too close for comfort.
The Apex Predator stays in the hunt with that kick out.
I'm not surprised that Randy Orton couldn't make it as a tag team partner for Daniel Bryan.
Uh-oh. Hung out to dry. Good night. The Viper strikes again. I love it.
He's calling for it.
Randy Orton is getting RKO! That just happened!
But we've got to cover. 1, 2, 3!
Randy Orton with an emphatic win! The Viper victorious!
Man, that Extreme Rules match is one of the best I've ever seen. It was incredible.
That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance. I could watch highlights of that one all night long. One of the great WWE matches I've ever been able to watch. Hope everybody at home set those DVRs because that was a match you're going to want to watch again and again and again. Epic.